It's amazing how people that used to get taxes now are paying taxes. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people. That's what's gone on this week. I've been talking to a lot of people that used to get a refund and look forward to it every year. Now, they haven't made any more. They haven't made any less, but now they're paying like $2,000 rather than getting $2,000 back.
Yeah. What is refund?
Yeah, they used to use it for vacation. They used to go somewhere with it or pay something with it. But now you can't rely on even getting that back. And I'll tell you this, even though you owe $5, $10, $100, or even $1,000, don't file late and don't ignore paying, because that 1,000 or that 100 will turn into multi-thousands, hundreds of thousands, and the IRS has no pity. You can claim bankruptcy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count with the IRS.
No, they don't care.
They do not care. They don't care if you have a child that you got to feed. Like the electric, right? The electric company won't turn off your power if you have a pet or if you have a child to feed, right? They have some pity.
Right.
Not the IRS.
No.
You could tell them you have a child or you have somebody ill in the house. They don't care. They will levy, clean out, and shut you down.
Yeah, they don't care.
But young Biden can still get away with it. I want to be in the same cell block as him.
You say young Biden?
Young Biden Jr.
Little Biden.
Oh my God. I mean, we can go on forever about that.
Let's do it.
But listen, he gets away with, but he did drugs. So did I, back in the 80s, but that's no excuse. They still want me to pay. I guess he's facing some legal charges, but my God, they don't levy everything he's got and this and that. And at least I didn't spend hundreds of thousands on prostitutes, ATM. Do you realize he took $1.something million in 1 year out of ATMs?
Oh my God.
I mean, what do you need? Well, I know what he was buying with it, but holy crap.
People are pissed off because you get people that play by the rules. They do everything they're supposed to do. And they make one little mistake, and then the IRS goes after middle-class people. The IRS goes after them, and
there is going to be no more middle class.
Bust their ass. No, there isn't. But that's what people get so pissed off, because it's like, I made one little tiny mistake with my withholding or whatever, and now the IRS is just beating me.
Well, they make it impossible because it is below the limit. But by the time they get done with interest and penalties, they nail. It's like 2 or 3. It's worse than borrowing from a loan shark.
But the thing is the people that get away with everything are the ones that are like Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is all these guys, these rich guys, the guys who actually break the law, and they keep doing it because they know, because daddy is whoever.
But I'm rich. I run a multi-$100 corporation.
You're not supposed to say you're rich.
Yes, I am. I run a multi-$100 corporation.
Yeah, there you go.
I said it once and I'll say it again. Listen, on paper, I might look good, but in the bank, believe me, by the time you get done with taxes and everything like that, you're really left with nothing. As an entrepreneur,
you hear that, ladies? He's broke.
As an entrepreneur, you take on all the risks. And let me tell you, after COVID, it was hard keeping up with business. And we had to keep people working. We wanted to make sure their families were fed. We wanted to make sure they had a paycheck. Unfortunately, we had to furlough some people, because the economy just stopped.
Yeah.
And everything stopped, but the rents didn't, the energy bills didn't. I mean, we were still getting bills. Yeah. So you were, robbing from Peter to pay Paul and robbing from Mary to pay Peter. I mean, it's crazy. So you had to kind of miss some things or be late on some things, but God forbid it would be with the IRS. And you're right. Hunter Biden has, they're just delaying it and playing stupid with it. But all these people that are out there who, like you said, are doing their best, and that's you, to do what they can. The IRS makes it impossible because they just keep nailing you with interest and penalties. So it's hard for you to catch up on the basis based on your income.
Yeah.
Because they rather you end up with nothing in your pocket, no food in your mouth. And, some of us can use less food. But here's the thing. I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Call the cops on the IRS? What are you going to
Really?
call the?
Yeah.
They're their own entity. They can do whatever they please, and I don't. It's like going back to the old Roman days when Caesar taxed everybody.
It just
I
feels
mean,
like they're always picking on the little guy. That's what really gets me. It's like, man, come on. I'm not, and look, I'm not one of those, hey, tax the rich more. I'm not one of those people where they got to pay their fair. They do pay their fair share.
no,
Rich
listen.
people pay a lot of money. So I'm not one of those people that's like, you should tax them more. But when it comes to the little guy, when it comes to the middle class, I'm not saying necessarily
Or
tax them less, but
the
I mean,
people
I
are low, yeah.
technically think you should tax them less, but don't
Even people that are struggling,
take
the poor
advantage
class.
though. Yeah, but see, the lower class gets more. It's the middle class that really suffers.
Well, there's going to
The
be no
lower
middle class, so
and the upper class, they're just fine because the lower class gets government assistance. They don't get hit as hard because the government still wants them to keep.
Well, the middle class
mooching
pays
off
for
of
the
them.
rich and the poor.
Right, but they don't pay for the middle.
But here's what
middle
bothers
class
me.
has to
I
work
don't
for
mind
every penny they
helping
get.
American citizens, but when I'm giving all these tax dollars that they're penalizing me for, or these people for, I'm all about paying taxes. You got to support your country. I believe that, but they're spending money
in paying taxes.
Well, you know what? They're spending money like there is no. They're just printing it. Okay, they're spending it, and they're giving it to illegal aliens, not our veterans. Our veterans have to count on like Tunnel to Tower or Gary Sinise or other outside entities to take care of people who fought for our country.
Right.
Okay, but they don't get a swag bag. They don't get an iPhone. They don't get room and board. They don't get their medicals. I mean, for them to get their medical, it's been a fight and a struggle.
Yeah.
Yet an illegal alien can cross this border
Yeah.
and get more benefits than somebody that got their legs blown off or their arms blown off or gave themselves up for our country and maybe died for our country, and their families don't even get anything. So this is what pisses me off about the IRS and the government and how they spend money. Hopefully we'll see some changes in 2024. People, get out there and vote and stop the ignorance. You may not like the rhetoric. How do you say that? Rhetoric?
Rhetoric, you got it.
Rhetoric.
Not rhetoric. Red rum.
Rhetoric. Well, you might not like the way one politician speaks, but
Yeah.
you know what? Can they run a country? Can they protect the American people?
Right.
Can they get the economy lower?
Right.
Can they get us back on track? You know what I really love the most? Well, let me finish this. Okay. Don't vote because you just hate the name of that person or you hate the color of their hair. And you leave somebody in that doesn't know what their name is or where they are. I'm not going to give names like Biden or Trump, but they're only two running. You're going to vote for one or two of them. But what I'm saying is whoever you pick, that's your choice. However, remember, whoever you pick, that's what you end up with. And let's look at the last 4 years. And people are saying, well, that's because of the Trump era. No, it isn't. It started way before that, and it was getting better. And then it look, all that's happened, guys. Just look at it. Do your best. Vote your best. I'm not telling you how to vote, but don't vote on because you don't like somebody's hair or you don't like their face, or vote on the policy that matters to you.
Gee, I wonder who you're voting for.
I'm voting for me and the American people.
You can write yourself in.
Actually, I'm not going to say who I'm voting for. I might even surprise you.
I think if your audience has half a brain, they know who you're voting for.
And I'm not even Republican. I'm just whoever can get the friggin' job done. That's what I'm for. And when you got two choices, pick the best out of the two.
The Rock.
How about somebody that at least is cognate? And I feel bad for Joe Biden because the man is got some dementia, and he you can't blame him. Blame the people that are pushing him to do this. But I don't care if it was two other candidates. You're going to have two. Out of the two, what do you believe in? What do you stand up for? Use your voice for that. Don't no matter what president is in there, none of them is going to be a dictator. The people won't allow it. They won't. No president wants nuclear war because that'd be the end of them and the end of the world. All these things that nobody wants to get rid of Social Security. Some people want it to be a socialist country. Some people want it to be a communist country. Some people want it to be a free country. So some people want abortion, some people don't. What do you believe in? And that's what you vote for. Don't vote for what color suit they're wearing, what tie. Are they cute? Are they charismatic? Can they get the friggin' job done? Are they white? Are they black? Are they Hispanic? Are they Asian? None of that matters. Everybody has a heart and the same blood red. Okay. What matters is what they can do. So anyway, moving on, because I can go on with politics all day long, and there's a lot of things to be frustrated with, because you know what? I have an 8-month-old daughter, and I have boys that are 27 and 20 and 30. I mean, they're caught up in this world now, but when my daughter gets older, I'm going to homeschool her, by the way. We're not sending her to this woke schools, and I don't care what school you send her to, whether it's private or whatever. Everybody's just gone friggin' nuts. I think she'll get more education by the real world, taking her to Egypt, or taking her to Italy, and have history class and do some excavation, teach her math, rather than how to masturbate. Really?
Whoa.
Is that what they're teaching in our schools today?
Let's go back to politics.
No, but it's stupid. I mean, what pervert came up with that as a class curriculum? And I believe some of these teachers are upset. It's not all the teachers. There's a lot of great teachers out there, and my hat's off to you. But there's a lot of craziness too. But anyway, moving on. I think I cleared my anger this morning.
Now we know you're broke, who you're voting for.
Listen, I would say all of America's broke, except for all these tech guys, that own all these big platforms.
Well, those are the guys that everybody thought those guys were going to be the ones that were going to come in Silicon Valley. They're young. They've got this vision, and they're going to change the world. They're going to do all this stuff. Those guys are just as greedy as all these other business owners. They're no different. Zuckerberg, all those guys. What have they done, really? These guys are the richest people in the world. And really, what have they done other than just destroy the youth, destroy America?
Who do you think runs the country?
They do.
Multi-billionaires.
Right. And they've done nothing.
They tell the presidents of these countries what to do.
Sure.
Because if they don't do it, they get no more money.
Sure.
Think about that. You guys are getting mad at your president. It's not just him. It's the people. You should, but they're influenced by the people who are donating to them and then control them.
Well,
that's what they couldn't do with Trump. That's why they got him out. They couldn't control him.
Well, you need a president that's going to stand up to these guys, because, the way that, again, here's what I don't understand. This is something that I've always talked about for years. I don't understand why these guys, these people are, combined is just trillions of dollars. Why aren't any of these people just dedicating, at least half of their worth to, curing diseases, something? It's like you people
no, they are, but they're also.
Are they?
Yes, but they're.
I don't think so.
Yeah. They are, but they're also creating them, because then they create the vaccines for them as well. That's how they're making billions of dollars. Some of these people own pharmaceutical.